10-man ride is dangerous for North Carolina. They don't have an opportunity to set it up, so we'll see Jacksonville first 6v6 of the day.
And if I'm Jacksonville, I'm being very patient on offense, being very deliberate. Not a lot of early offense in the 6-on-6. I would take your time, spin it around once or twice, then initiate, because this is a game where if you get into a track meet with Carolina, you probably don't have the athletes to keep up with them.
The veteran Ethan Lamond gets in front of the net, shoots, and scores! Couldn't ask for a better start if you're a Dolphins fan. They're up early.
Right here, the offense created after this save. And they get it out effectively in the clear. And then here, Lamont with just the nice patient dodge against the long stick. Keeps.
Almost 68% so far on the year is Wambach. Third in the country. Here's Matten. As Carolina subs out, face-off unit guys. Ryan Levy, part of the second midfield unit. It's an interesting unit. You got Levy as senior captain, and he's got Caden Harshbarger and Mason Suchek with him, so two freshmen. Coach talked about how Levy has been so instrumental in terms of teaching these guys on the field, off the field, just being a veteran presence between them. In front of the net, scores! There's the freshman Mason Suchek, his third of the year.
Suchek, the freshman from right down the street where I'm sitting right now, here in Illinois, from Culver Academy. A nice job, patient dodge. Steps up the field, and you're going to see the cage open up. You see that extra step, pulls the goalie towards the center of the cage, and then he bears it with poise.
On a postseason experience, he brings that to the table for this team. Duffy on the run, finds a player inside, gets knocked away though from Dewey Egan. Good hustle by Petramala, though, wins possession back to Carolina.
Don Petramala has really impressed me this year. I think as a freshman, kind of fell into that trap of being an outside shooter. This year, obviously he can still pull it from the outside, but doing it all right there. You see it in the clear in the riding game, causing that turnover, but he's also initiating, using his strength, his body to generate offense for the Tar Heels.
Here's Ty English. Gets by his defender, now inside. McDuffie behind, or Owen Duffy behind his back.
Ty English, also from Culver Academy, with the assist, but you can see this possession all created by Don Petramala there on the ride. And then look at this first step. I mean, gosh, he gets his hands free, and then the pass right on target to
Harshbarger. They attack the shorty. Bad pass. At the feet of Madden. Madden gets it back.
And these extra possessions, right? I mean, most of them for Carolina throughout the season have been created at the face-off dot. Obviously, they ride the ball back very well, but for Jacksonville, if you're not going to compete at the face-off X, you have to be nearly perfect in the clearing game to stay in this matchup.
Duffy, as you mentioned, gets to the middle of the field. Look at the help, though. That's going to leave a man wide open, and it's Harshbarger.
And you see what it does to the defense, right? Just by getting to the middle of the field, now they don't know where to slide from, so they come from his back, right? And that slide right there is what gets Harshbarger open, hands free. You know, every college player who's on a starting lineup.
See the frustration from Dale and John Hill. Like you were saying, Matt, they can't afford to give possessions away like that.
Especially when you have North Carolina hung up on the defensive end. That's an opportunity to find a very good scoring shot from just being in the middle of the field, timely cuts. You could be patient, and they unfortunately had that procedure and they lost possession.
Luke Macaluso in the game, another freshman, 32 in white. Duffy scores.
You can see here Owen Duffy behind the cage. Cece now has an advantage as Jacksonville's defenseman goes behind the cage on the far side, and all he needs is a step. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, they said they still have February 1st circled. They got wrecked against Hughes in the Dome, 24-5. And that left such a bad taste in their mouths. They did bounce back the next week, though, to play very competitively against Duke. So they feel like they're in a good spot as A-Sun begins for them in a couple of weeks against Air Force. Things haven't gone so well for them today, though, here in Chapel Hill. As Spencer Wertheim picks up goal number 2 on the season to extend the lead to 4.
And just a nice left-handed dodge here from Wertheim. The roll, again, up the field, creates space, creates angle. The patience and the finish was clearing. I mean, that was the main difference against Syracuse. Had a really hard time getting the ball over the midfield and into the offensive set. Duke, a week later, they did a much better job, and then the game was obviously much more competitive as a result of it.
Jacksonville only 1 shot on the day. That ended up being a goal by Ethan Lamont, but that's quite a ways away. That was the first tally of the afternoon. North Carolina has scored 5 straight, but we're going to get a delayed call here against UNC. Here's Lamont. Gets his left hand free in the middle of the field, takes a shot and scores! Rattled that one past John Fricaro. 2 shots, 2 goals for Ethan Lamont.
Cannot wait to see this one from a different angle. Lamont, the lefty sweep to the middle of the field, and this is gonna be perfect. Right here, the nice move, gets his hands free, he drops them, and then he shoots it low to high, near side, off 2.
That time by De La Rocca.
De La Rocca, under a barrage of shots, has stood tall. He's playing great in cage, keeping Jacksonville relatively close here early on.
Duffy, oh boy, steps down. There you go, De La Rocca. Keeps it out of the net.
I see him, I see him. Hey, stay, go. Hey, Charlie!
Inside. Jacksonville breaks that ride, that dangerous ride by North Carolina, and Dalen John Hill makes him pay. Fast break offense is 2 in a row for the Finns early.
Right here, taking advantage of the aggressive ride from Carolina, can open doors in transition. Right here, just kind of a simple 3 passes and a 1-on-0 with the cage. Gianfacaro, no chance. You'll probably see more and more of that. I mean, lacrosse really is what was once very regionalized at the high school level, much more national now. Going to open up a lot of opportunities for some of these schools and maybe your non-hotbed areas to produce some pretty serious talent.
Petramala shot wide. Been off target a little bit today. Just unusual. He's gotten off to such a hot start shooting. 6th in the country in goals per game. That time it was Matten. Everybody eats on this first attack line in Chapel Hill.
Matten, a right-handed player with the roll, uses the pick. Left-handed to the far post. I mean, that's not a lot of angle there. Pretty good defense from Jacksonville, but a nice job for Jacksonville collapsing in the interior on Egan and then making sure they maintain their matchups in the secondaries.
Getting back in net in the 10-man ride. You hear us talking about that 10-man ride. In that particular case, often what you'll have is a goalie playing that extra defender, so that goal is open if a Jacksonville Dolphin wants to take that half-field shot. Tough angle again, Duffy. He can score from anywhere on the field. You saw Delarocca, head and hands. What else can he do?
With 3 seconds left in the quarter, he's double teamed. Not just a bad angle there. Both Jacksonville players on his right shoulder allows him to roll back to his left hand. And then the quick release.
Half-hearted attempt at the hidden ball trick. Now Duffy. Up top to Dewey Egan. Near side to Wertheim. Duffy on the short. He's got to like that. Instead, he skips it to Wertheim. It's English at the top. And Madden. Duffy. I mean, he's having an unbelievable day, and we're just about 1 minute and 4 seconds into this second quarter.
And right now, just a simple awareness play. Duffy drops down. Jacksonville's in a zone, and he finds that lane and then takes the step up the field. He has his hands free. Doesn't shoot it.
His footing. Going to get a call here. A push. Going to go against Jacksonville. So a delayed call against the Dolphins. Duffy's been so loud. 77 Petramala, and White hasn't had to make a lot of noise today.
And what's so great about this Carolina offense is I truly get the sense that they don't care who scores, right? Like they are playing as one, as a unit, and they know that solid offense takes all 6 players on the team to do their roles and their responsibilities. And right now, that's just the way I feel like they play on offense. Is they get another opportunity on the board there, go 9-3.
Another player scoring. That's Levy. Call will be waved off.
Right here again, Jacksonville in that zone. And Carolina goes into their zone offense. Nice spacing, oftentimes resembles that of like a man-up offense. In and out of your stick quick. Day off.
Never.
Or lacrosse.
No.
No days off.
Levy, the quintessential coach's kid, too, and we mentioned it earlier. He's on that second midfield line with 2 freshmen, Marshbarger and Suchek. And he is a coach on and off the field as Bresci just leans on him, one of the 3 captains of this North Carolina team, an awful lot. Nick Dupuy looking to join the party. Petramala takes that extra step. Tried to get it inside of Matt and does. Now Matt has a little bit of room. Score! Matt, they are lethal shooting the ball today. I mean, they are on target on just about every shot.
And right here you have Petramala. Kind of grounds the pass there. But Matten aware, ground ball. Jacksonville does not get on his hands, right? And then pulls it across his body to the far post.
Stays with Carolina. Fresh 60 on the shot clock. Good look inside. Madden couldn't handle it. Petramala will shoot this one, though, with a lot of heat behind it, just wide. Off target a little bit, 77 today. Coming in shooting about 35%.
Wertheim here, just on the slip, gets it, left hand. I mean, the accuracy and the placement on this shot. Look at this angle. I mean, off the far post. That's the 4th or 5th shot Carolina's piped in the cage.
That hit, he's going to sit for that one. Coach Bresci will remind him, you're not wearing the purple Horned Frogs helmet anymore. Back playing lacrosse, recruited initially out of high school to play at Ohio State, then transferred to TCU. 3 years of football at TCU as a wide receiver. Now back playing lacrosse as a D-midi for the Heels. That football to lacrosse connection continues to get stronger and stronger. That look inside, cut off. John Vaccaro back in the game after serving his penalty. This is dangerous, though. He gives it away, and it ends up in the back of his own net. Nicky Brown made him pay. A mistake by John Vaccaro leads to a man-up goal by Jacksonville.
Right here, and John Vaccaro with the save. Has a little bit more time. If I were him, probably with the player right in your face, I exit behind the cage to get your hands free to make the simple pass.
Wants an explanation. Galway's like, I played goalie. I've seen a lot of shots. That's a shot.
I thought it was a pass. A questionable one being that he kind of elevator shot it over there.
But from GLE, no angle at all. They got possession, but not a whole lot of time here. Brown couldn't handle that pass. Saved, but only 3 seconds to shoot. And they score anyway! From half field, Drew Kesnich. A bizarre couple of minutes here for Michael John Vaccaro in net.
He's going to get screened here, and I think that ball's going to skip off the ground, right? So Kesnich with a nice awareness that the shot clock was coming down. And the worm burner from Ray.
Go though. Drew Kesnich is from Madison, Wisconsin. Our own Quint Kesnick is from Long Island. Picks up his 6th goal of the year in bizarre fashion. He said Jacksonville really needed something here as the second quarter comes to an end, and they got a little momentum here. The freshman, you saw Suchek with it, now Harshbarger. Good feet inside. Yeah, 8's not going to miss from there.
And a nice pass from Harshbarger. I mean, the short pass is the hardest one to make, and he does a nice job with nice touch, getting it to Duffy.
Back up top, feed inside to Duffy. Already has 5 goals in this game and an assist for good measure. Gets a pick, shoots, save made by De La Rocca. Wertheim picks up the loose change behind the goal. Gave him a fresh 60-second shot clock, so this is going to be a long defensive possession. Could be for Jacksonville. Wertheim. No problem for Ty English. And the captain gets rewarded for all the time he spends on the defensive side of the field with a goal.
And just a nice 2-man game there. English releases off the pick to the far post. Low to high, near side. The 7th different player to...
Levy on the clear. Carolina's got until 60 seconds on the shot clock to get it past the midfield stripe. And they're going to have to hustle here to do it, and they just do it. Egan was able to get it across. Harshbarger. To Duffy.
Just take a peek. The second midi will be there.
Harshbarger uses the pick, gets it to Petro. Oh boy, there's that lefty fire from the outside. 0 for 7 shooting on the game until that one, and he emphatically gets on the scoreboard.
And right here against that zone defense, he is the zone buster with his outside range. Just look at the most effective player on the offensive end for Jacksonville. He's got a couple goals. He's generated a couple other nice opportunities. You can see Gian Ficarro scouted him. He knows that he likes to use his head for deception in those release points, and here in the second half has stole a couple from him.
Carolina will sub in. English over to Duffy. 5 goals in the first half for Duffy. Held scoreless so far here in the third quarter. English able to step down and bury his second of the day.
Really what Carolina is doing against the zone is they're putting Owen Duffy up top as the primary, kind of like the point guard here. It's just a simple slip. And English buries the 15th for the Tar Heel.
Quarter. It has been all Carolina since they trailed 1-0 in this game. And they put their stamp on it here at home.
Jacksonville sticking in that zone. That's why North Carolina hasn't had to do much here as the quarter runs down.
And shot deflected. Duffy with the extra pass. Wide. Still 12 seconds to shoot. Petramala on the run, scores!
Here, just the soft zone. And again, one of the things I think offenses miss out on when playing a zone is they never dodge it. A lot of times it's just quick ball movement, and they're afraid to initiate towards the middle of the field. But Petramala just kept going.
The championship weekend when they were co-ACC champs, Chris Gray led them all the way to the Final Four, but it has been struggle city in ACC play over the last 3 years. But clearly this team has a different feel about it. We talked about it today, just in terms of the leadership. Duffy and Petramala, no longer freshmen. They've got a year under their belts. They've got quality freshmen in Salucci, Harshbarger, Suchek. Haven't mentioned Parker Hoffman yet. Here he is, number 4 in white. One of the wings on faceoffs. Great play on that back check by Koopman. And he picks up the GB. Here's Hoffman. He can run like the wind. He'll shoot and score! Right on cue.
Koopman here from California. Guess what? Another sophomore. Lays it out, puts the ball on the deck, and then just off in transition. Hoffman, the freshman. The face-off special.
Intieri back to his left. John Ficarro had an interesting first half, but he's really settled in here in the second half. Now with 7 saves on the day. Duffy. Levy. Frazier knocked it out of his stick temporarily. Super freshman, 45 in green, but North Carolina gets it back. Duffy's going to step into this one. Took that extra step to greatness, Matt. Made the defender commit. Got a much better shot. Buried it for his 6th of the day.
See the hitch step there. And the subtle head drop, right? You're going to see it here. He drops his head to his left shoulder.
Jacksonville looking for some offense. Gets me thinking about Selection Sunday in lacrosse. I think maybe a little bit too early to be thinking about it, but you know, you think about the strength of the Ivy, the Big Ten, with Ohio State off to a really good start. Penn State, top 5 in the country. Maryland, #1. How many at-larges? Oh, good feed, catch, and score. Dalen John Hill buried it. Pretty play by Jacksonville.
John Hill's second goal of the game gets Jacksonville their first goal in over 20 minutes. And the nice finish, the catch, the quick release avoids the crease. Saw that all the way, and that was a good shot. Far post, he saw it the whole way, got down low. He's been good in the clearing game as well.
Checking at the length of the field against that 10-man ride. Goalie gets back in cage. Paul Reedy, new goalie for Jacksonville, 33 in green. Levy, nice pass inside. And it ends up being a goal. Scored that time by Matt Reedy, the vet.
They get Jacksonville caught up in the transition game. A nice composed finish on the doorstep. Carolina clicking on all cylinders.
Wrap up another week of lacrosse, another week closer to league play for both of these teams. Carolina's got a couple of more out-of-conference games before taking on Virginia on the 5th of April. That game is going to be on the ACC network. Jacksonville has a week off before opening up league play against Air Force. Carolina wins the draw. And a score right off the face-off. Colin Hannigan, face-off man, scoring his first goal of the year, and that lights up the Carolina bench.
You could hear Carolina's bench going crazy. Right here, just a nice cut, a nice pass. Pretty composed finish for a face-off man. It's his first of the year.
Nice catch.
Potentially first of his career.
Jacksonville wins possession on the violation. Both teams now going to their benches, getting some guys some playing time. That's Taylor, still in the game, 15 in green. Final minute. Taylor, and he scores. And that's his first of the day. The team's leading scorer.
Nice offense here for Jacksonville. Kind of that fake slide, that bluff allowed